Hello, hello, peoples. Hello, 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 peoples. Okay, so we are live now, and I think I'll just play something in background. Let's play some non-copyright music, and maybe if there is something new. Let's see. I'll just make the volume. Okay, let me first check if I'm audible nicely. Okay, this feels nice. There is a little bit of latency, but you can work with that. Okay, so we will be modeling random things in Blender today. Okay, okay, let's have a little snack. Mhm. Okay, so now we are in Blender, and I think I'll start by modeling simple plastic bottle first. First of all, I just want a simple plane. I'll just scale it up. We will go from CPU to GPU so that we get some extra superpower. And now that we are here, I'll just close everything and make this panel super clean so that we have this nice rendered view. I'll just select this light and then delete it. So to make a bottle, I think I'll just model this bottle here, this squarish bottle. So then we'll just add a cube. I'll just scale it down and let's see. It's 0.4. Okay, that's all right because we'll be modeling a single thing, so it doesn't matter. So press 1 on the keyboard on numpad and we'll just place it on the bottom. Now we'll go into edit mode and this here is a face selection tool that you can press number 3 pad, 3, that number 3, and let's select. Okay, so I think, oh, that's too much. We'll just reduce this height here. And then now what we have to do is we are gonna take a bottle like this and we are gonna like narrow it in. Okay, so we will press E for extrude and Z for Z axis. I think this is enough because this part is really small, and I'll just scale it down. Okay, I'll just pull it down a bit and then scale it up. Okay, this looks good. I'll not be making it super detailed or anything like that. I'll just making a simple bottle. But before that, as we can see, that bottle also has a like dent inside it. So we're going to edit mode, select the lower side, E to extrude, and we'll just scale it down with S. So the dent looks something like this. We'll press G for movement and we'll pull that up. Okay. So I know now that it looks weird, but what we'll do now is we'll add the subdivision. Well, there are 2 or 3 ways that you can do. You can do same thing with bevel also. We can add a bevel tool, like you can increase the amount with this, and you can do the segment. It looks good, no doubt, but I usually like making it a subdivision surface. So we will just do it with the, yeah, 2 will do now. I know that now it looks weird, but bear with me for some time. And what now I will do is, so to make this ridges, I won't be making too much of this ridges. I'll just be making some little bit of ridges. So what I'll press is Control R so that we get this cut tool. Then I'll just scroll it up. The more I scroll, the more separation we will get. So I guess this is more than enough. And I'll just left click and right click. Keep it on the location. Okay. Okay. So now what happened is that when we added the loop, as you can see, it's started to take the shape of the bottle. The goal of adding the subdivision was to make it smooth. Now what I will do is I'll press 2 for edge selection tool and I'll select all the edges. Okay, Shift Alt, I'll select all the edges. So the goal of selecting these edges was that we can broaden it a little. Okay, so right click and then bevel edges. So this is more than enough because as you can see, we are also getting this simple round on the top. So I think that's more than enough. So now if we select the top one and we'll E and Z, so now we get the screw section of the bottle. Also, I'll select this part and I would like to add a bevel, a very simple bevel. In fact, just a 2 layer or 3 layer, more than enough. Okay, I'll do the similar thing with the top, but there is no need because if you select the top part and just delete the edge, sorry, oh, if you delete the face, we get the bottom. Okay, the face seems a little bit small, so what we'll do is we'll press Alt Z so that we get X-ray mode. We will select the whole section and we will scale it. But if you scale this, everything will move and we don't want that. So if you press Shift Z, sorry, if you scale and press Shift Z, there will be no scaling on Z axis. And I guess this is more than enough. Okay, that looks pretty nice, I guess. What I would like is, I want this part to be a little bit more edgier, maybe this part also. So what I'll do is set the edge and I'll repeat the same thing. Maybe I'll try some another thing. We can just increase the mean crease here, not too much, but very little. Let's see. Okay, that is more than enough, but actually not the best looking bottle. So what I'll do is I'll do the thing that what I want. I'll add a bevel edge. Okay. Okay, this looks good. Nice, nice. So okay, now it's time for the wedges. What I'll do is I'll simply select the face selection tool and I'll just select the alternate faces. And what I'll do is I'll press E and then I'll scale it down. I'll just select the scale. Also, this setting here, there is an individual origin setting that I'll select and everything will scale in its own place so that it doesn't move. So now what I can see is something is wrong. Okay, so with the similar setting, I'll scale everything down in its places again. And I guess water looks good. It's more than enough for the use that I'll be making out of it. Let's add an area light. I'll just place my camera here. So this here, you can move the camera like this. Okay, I'll just hide that. So the bottle is floating and I don't want that. So the bottle goes onto the ground. Very nice. Too much. Okay. So now what I'll do is I want a cap for this and I also want a screw for this. So I'll add a simple cylinder. I'll scale it down. I'll place it here and scale it on Z axis. I'll just place it on the top. So we'll see from the side view in the X-ray axis, sorry, X-ray mode. Okay, that is more than enough. Let's add a simple bubble. That's more than enough. We'll go into the edit mode and I'll just delete the face from the lower side. And what I want to do is I'll just add a solidify. Not much, but just okay. So for now, what I do is I'll hide the cap and also add a solidify on the bottle. I'll just place them one over another. Okay, let's see. How does that look? Hmm, okay, not too bad, but this is what I want. Okay, nice. So now if I look at the bottom, there is also this ridge present here. So what I'll do is, okay, I just press 2 and I'll just select that upper half and I'll pull it up. Okay, that's nice. And now what I'll do is I'll add another loop cut here. Okay, another loop cut. Okay, I'll select face selection tool and then I'll just scale and I'll press Shift Z so that I only scale it on this axis so that I get this stuff here. This. Okay. Now, similar thing with the edge. I'll just select this edge here. Press N. Go into the item. I'll just reduce the crease. Maybe zero point 0.7 is more than enough. Same thing with the lower part. Zero point 0.7. Okay. Yep. That looks much better. I'll do the same thing with the this part also. I'll select both top and bottom. Maybe I'll just add a very little here. Zero point 0.4 is more than enough. Let's see by increasing the subdivision. Ah, okay, that's more than enough. Let's add a simple material for this. I'll just add a glass BSD here. Let's just decrease the roughness and let's leave the QR. Okay, 2.5 is more than enough. What I'll do is I'll just leave it and light settings here. Maybe something from the back. Let's increase the scale, also the power. Okay, now what I'll do is put my cap back and let's place the cap on this. Okay, so the cap also has this regions. As I'll not be using this asset in the game or anywhere, I just want to model practicing. I just want to practice modeling. So what I'll do is I'll just add two loops. I'll I'll just scale them on the median point. So okay, I'll press the Shift Alt. No, sorry, Control. Okay, Control Shift and Alt at the same time. And what I'll do is I'll just add a bevel. Okay. So I'm just eyeballing it now. Maybe I'll use the keypad. Oh shit. Yeah, this is more than enough. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just press the face selection, press Alt and click everything and select. And now what I'll do is go to the select and check as deselect. And I'll go into the median only. And I will do is E and scale, Shift Z. I want a very little reach. Okay. So now you have this design for opening the bottle. If I press Control 2, oh, oh, we have some division here. Let's okay. We have this cap of the bottle here. I guess I'll just remove the bevel. I don't need it at the moment. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll select two, select the edge, increase, and I'll just do it 100%. That looks specifically really odd. Let's do it again. Increase 0, bevel edge, very little, so that we get the fall off, but we don't get the design. So I'll select this edge and I just pull it down like this. Okay. Okay. This is more than enough. I'll just share it smooth now. Let's see. That's good. How long has it been that I'm live? Oh, okay. I started at 2:56. Okay. It's okay. Roughly 20 minutes, I guess. Not the best bottle in the world, but it will do. I guess what I will do now is I'll just select one of deselect all this stuff. What I'll do is I just shift D and this P as selection so that we have this separation. I'll remove the okay. Let's GX. Okay. I'll just add it back again with a simple setting. And now what I can do is I'll use this part. So just select the edge and scale it on x-axis and press 0. Yes, sorry, SY 0. Same with this thing, SY 0. So that we get this shape, but we don't get the you know bad things. Okay, I'll just add a plane. Maybe make it like red orange or something like that. It works. We can add and just remove the solid bar. So we can add a shrink wrap. I don't think this will work, but okay, it works. I'll just scale it on y-axis. Okay. Okay. What I'll do is just delete it. Um, let's add a table. We will add that. Just select the table, scale it up. What I have to do is I'll just add another plane and scale it up a lot. Another x90. I'll just place it somewhere behind. and I'll just increase the overall light. And I'll also add an HDRI. Let's do a home. Okay. Okay. That looks much better. Let's just take this shot from here. Start this from here. Hmm. Okay, that's nice. Let's play with this string. Okay, okay. What I'll do is I'll just add certain text. Such a bad wonder. What? Just kidding now. Well, let's do that. Okay. This is not at all a good method to make a bottle, but I'm just doing random stuff here, so that doesn't matter. What you will do is you can make a good labeling for the shop or anywhere, and then you can add it on the bottle. But for now, I'm just making it randomly. But what I'll do is, I think I'll use a chat GPT. No, maybe I'll use Gemini. Okay, I'll just ask Gemini to create a bottle, bottle label. There is a guy shouting outside my home. Create a water bottle label image. Label. Okay, I'll use it. I just downloaded it. Saved it. Wait. What I'll do is make the water form. Select the star. We'll go to shading editor. Add a nose texture. Goes. Why is it taking so long? Okay. So we have the watcher here. Just go to your editing. And then see what I can do. Okay. Okay. So it's sideways. That's 90. And I'll scale it on x-axis. I'll just scale it up like this. It's okay. Look, looks weird, but uh, it's working at the moment. What I'll do is I'll enable it back on, and I don't want a logo here, or here. So I'll just scale it down, just place it here. Also similar for this one and this one and this one. Scale down and this here. So now what I want to do is, okay, let's just place it nicely. Sometimes you have to move things in order to use them. Okay, what is this thing here? That is okay. Oh, okay. I'll just place it here. Okay. Similar with this thing, and this thing, and this thing, and this thing, not this thing, and this thing. Okay. Scale it up and just move it down. Okay, now the come on. What I'll do is I'll select this part and just scale it and make this here. Select this part, this it here. So this part, we'll just scale it down. Mm, okay, that's more than enough. Let's go and see. Yup, nice. I'll just decrease the brightness. What I'll do is, where is the light source in this HDRI? Okay, from the front. So what we'll do is, we'll select this stuff. Okay, so the cameras here. So this the power. It's fine. Let's add depth of field on the sticker. Okay. Oh, I'll just add a glass. Let's make a simple glass. I don't know who is watching my live right now, but thank you for watching. Glass this big. Okay, I'll just place it here. A very simple and elegant glass. Let's do the face. She smells. I was already found. Maybe I'll add a bit. No, that was not great. Okay, wait. What I'll do is not working. Really. Okay, that's fine. I'll add a new material. I'll make it a class. When nice, very nice. Let's give the QMS. Damn, that is too, too shiny. Let's place some glass. Yeah. Okay. What I'll do now is I'll planet this to the bottle, similar to the cap, planet to the bottle. So now when I move the bottle, everything moves with it. What else can we add? Okay, let's add a spoon. Let's see if we can find a ready-made model. This looks nice. Just take the spoon out. I think I'll just spoon in the glass. Is the it's not working really well? Right. We'll just select all E and S and just bring it all up. Now I can play with the IQR. Since I just hard and level little things, it's a lot of polygons. How about I add some matte or something like that? Let's see. Search for matte. Where is matte? Hmm, come on. Read this stuff. Wait, first of all, I'll just save it. Oh shit, I forgot something. I'll just hide the table for now. For converters, let's just see. Do much better, much better, much better. What I'll do is Just fill it in. Maybe I've just added water inside the bottle or inside the glass. See. Put it inside. Just is the report I have to just why. Okay, check the save first. Just increase the separation. Okay, very nice, very nice. And now I have to do it with same thing with water. Oh, also, what I can do is I just go to this. I can make the water do, or if I just keep it playing, the water will move slowly. And I'm not gonna add the water in this. I'm too bored for that. Ah, let's do one thing. Save the water. Bring it here. This bottle. It's working. But that's too much blue and to be down. Maybe decrease the roughness, the water. Okay. Where is the water? Let's add a bit that small carpet. Okay, just scale it up and just crease it with this. Mhm. Okay, but it's working more or less. I guess now I'm bored. I'll listen right now. Let's see. You have a glass and you have water. Very nice. Let's render it in high quality. Okay, okay. Ah, that sounds not the best, but what I can say. I'll have another snack. Ah, if you subscribe to all the things, maybe I'll see you in next one.